This is a really bad mock-up with wood on what the scissor lift and dump will look like and how it's supposed to work. So there's going to be like 4 pieces and it goes up and down. That's going to form the X. Let's see if we can figure this out again. This goes up. Yeah. So it's going to be like this and it's going to like slide and pivot up the rail and it's going to go up. So the whole bed frame will be up here now instead of down there, and it'll kind of expose everything for quick maintenance, which is nice if you trust your hydraulic system to be here to not get decapitated. And then when it lowers, it does the same thing. It's going to slide, goes back down like this. It won't get caught on all the wires, and it's going to be like that again. So it's going to sit somewhere around. Can you lift it up higher? It's actually going to sit somewhere higher. It's going to sit somewhere around here. So this is how high up the bed will be. The floor of the bed will be here, which is much higher than it used to be, but it is what it is with this height requirement. And then there's going to be like a knob or some sort of a latch, a pin. We're going to put this in here, and it will lock this whole thing together. So when the piston comes up again, instead of allowing it to split and be the X, you're going to stay put, and the dump bed will just go like this, as high as the piston will go, and then all the stuff goes. Seems legit, right? Mm-hmm. All right. Today is the day. I no longer want to have all this stuff all over my floor. I'm going to try to attempt to put all this together in one go. This is my original transmission. It's a 4-speed transmission from my Suzuki Carry that's over my head. This is, I believe this is the starter that was originally here because it's clean, it's not dirty. This one's all kind of gunky and I believe that came out of my cappuccino. It's also a little bit smaller. This protrudes a little bit less than this one, so I'm still pretty sure it's this one. It also has more corrosion on it, which makes sense. The flywheel and clutch, these are the two, one from the dual overhead cam motor and the other one from the single overhead from the Suzuki Carry. The flywheel is different. You'll see that the teeth are up here on this side, on the clutch side, and then on this one you'll see that the teeth are on the engine block side. And this is the one I will need to use because that's how it's going to fit on that transmission. First steps, this flywheel is going to be bolted back onto the motor there. Let's bring it up here. I think it goes like this. Yeah, something like that. Let's get started. First I had to take the clutch out and the clutch pressure plate out. Now you can see the whole flywheel where the bolts need to go back in. This is what comes back. I'm gonna lower the truck. It's kind of nice working down here with no bed. I could just kind of stand in this hole and do stuff. So there's a bunch of holes here for the crank to attach to the flywheel. There's one hole that kind of correlates to this one. I'm gonna line it up that way and put this back. Pretty sure that's how it's supposed to go for alignment. That's gonna go in like that. Gonna put the bolts back in. There are 6 bolts. They should just feed right back in there pretty easily. You shouldn't have to force it. You might have to kind of wiggle the flywheel a little bit to get it to line up with the holes. That way you can get your threads in. I think that hole is used for timing because there are timing marks on your flywheel. Gotta make sure that's on properly so you can actually do timing if you need to do it. Yeah, I'm not doing the torque spec. I don't know what it is. It's probably in the manual somewhere. If I find it, I'll share it with you guys. Cool. I'm gonna reuse my clutch plate because it still has some life on it. Just gonna put it right back in. Ah, I see. I see. Okay, so this is why you need the clutch alignment tool. Make sure that thing goes in straight. It's the best way to do that. Before you put the pressure plate back on, you need to make sure that the clutch is sitting perfectly in the center or as close as possible because this on the bottom is no good. Gravity does not help you here. You can have special tools to do this. There's like a special clutch tool that helps you center the thing. This is a 3D printed version of the thing. I've never used this before. Let's see how it works. Okay. I kind of drop this in further And there you go. You can see that the clutch no longer falls to the bottom. It stays perfectly in the middle. Take the flywheel cover and it just kind of goes right back over this. Line up the holes with the little pins and push down. Look at that. Cool, cool. Now tighten your pressure plate back down. These are likely 10mm heads, but get them in first and see how it goes. Make sure I have them all. These have been dismantled for about a year now. Getting tired of this. Too much procrastination. Just want to put this back together. I want to have a working truck again. I see all you guys playing with your K-trucks, and I want to play too. So, gotta put in the work. This really shouldn't take a year to do. It's just, I don't have time to do this. If I actually sat down and maybe got some help with a buddy or something, we could probably bang this out in like a good, maybe 2-3 weekends, and we would have been done already. But here I am, toiling away a few minutes, 20-minute sessions at a time, maybe 2 hours at a time. A year later, we're finally at this part. You saw this kind of flatten down. It's going to press down on the clutch there. Now the clutch won't move when I take this thing back out. If I can still wiggle it back out, I kind of hammered it in there. All right, cool. All right, now here comes the fun part. Sorry if I sound a little weird. I got sick. This is what I'm working with. Actually, doing a transmission like clutch job on this is pretty easy. It just comes off, you just undo this stuff. All right, let's put the tranny back in. Here comes the transmission. All right. All right. There we go, look at that. Just goes right back in. Oh, don't play with that. I need to buy some hardware. I'm probably missing all this stuff. That's one. Is there one here? Two. Need 2 nuts and 1 bolt. 2 nuts and 1 bolt. All right, I have a little problem. I was looking this over again, and I have this little gap here. I kept trying to wiggle this, forcing it in, whatever. It can't close this gap, and it's pretty even. So then I went back to refer to my old footage. Oh.
This is... Don't forget this.
Don't lose this.
Together.
What does it do?
There's spaces and... It's just there. You need it.
It's required. And yeah, I'm missing something. Yeah, that's the plate I'm missing. So that plate covers up here, so I can't put my finger in here. That way, like, gunk and crap does not come flying from the front of the road, getting stuck into here where your transmission and the throwout bearing and stuff is. That makes sense. That makes sense. It's been a very long time, and I have not seen that thing in a long time. I have no idea how big it is. It's probably about that big, because it can't be bigger than the transmission too much. I remember this part. I was thinking that I'm going to put this thing in a safe place so I don't lose it or damage it, and now I have no idea where it is. It's definitely in a safe place because it'll never be seen again. Let's go look for it some more. I did already look everywhere. I didn't move this yet. What's over here? Oh, well. There's that plate from the cappuccino. Yeah, I don't mind the grenade. I've checked in the crevices there because it's like a thin sheet. I figured I could probably put it somewhere. I looked at all the edges and stuff. I need to clean this place up. I mean, I got it decent. I checked in that mound. I didn't find anything either. So, all right. I guess I have to cut this short. I'm also going on vacation, so yeah, I'm running out of time to do this stuff. I gotta go. I have 1 bolt in there to secure this, so it's not too shady. I also have to check the shifter bushing situation here. I wonder if the ones that I make for the AZ1 and the Caro will fit. They look like they're a different size. Let me pry that off first. This is the original shift bushing here. I'm slowly scraping off with a pair of with a cutting knife, I guess. Tried the pliers and stuff. I don't think that was helpful. Scratching away at all this gunk that's here. I don't know why the camera keeps cutting off, but I got most of it off right here. See the rubber kind of just sticking to this. I'm pulling it off. These are the shifter cables here. They look to be the same, but certainly they are not the same to this. Okay, so they have a larger, oh, this is perfect. Oh no, this isn't perfect. This is all stretched out. I don't know if you can see that, but the hole is now oblong. Yeah, so probably won't measure off of this. I don't know, maybe I can. Just kind of do my best. I wish I had a good example of one of these. Man, this is so much different. Since I don't have shifter cable bushings, the original ones are completely trashed. And I gotta clean up the shaft a little bit there. I'm gonna support this transmission so it's not like prying my motor down on the two motor mounts. I guess that's it for now, and you'll see that the transmission will be attached to the drive shaft in the next episode of this truck build that's taking way too long. And I will also have to figure out how to run my harness through the cab. I think I'm just going to go under the floor between the handbrake area, between the seats. And then I will also take apart the dash so I can put the cappuccino cluster in to replace the carry cluster, because they look exactly the same, and I bet they will fit right in. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Give me some ideas on what's going on here. This is a good little mock-up here. I don't want to waste some actual like good 2x4 to make a big one, so this will have to do. But I'll see you next time. You'll see me next time. Somebody will see somebody next time, and hopefully by then we'll be 2 steps closer to having a functional Suzuki Carry with a Suzuki Cappuccino engine, with a Suzuki Carry Alto AutoZam AZ1 intake manifold, and I'll want to drive it around, of course, even though I don't have the bed part figured out. I'll have to buy steel and whatnot, and we'll make this happen. Bye.